Welcome to Digital Champions TV, where we speak with the top leaders and trendsetters in advertising and marketing. I'm Greg Kirkham, and today we're exploring media and PR with Stephen Seidel, the founder and president of the Seidel agency based in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to the show, Stephen.
Thank you, Greg. It's an honor to be here, all the way to Utah from Kentucky. It's been a pleasure. I've never been to Utah, but I'm happy to be there virtually.
We'll have to get you out here, take you to dinner. And now,
I love
Stephen,
it.
so you began your career as an actor and transitioned through various roles before founding the Seidel agency. How did acting turn into an agency?
Yeah, thanks, Greg. That's a great question. I think, there's terms and phrases for everything. And so at the end of the day, I think it's influence. So whether you're doing marketing, sales, influencer, I've taken my background to influence people as an actor, as a performer. We always want to have storytelling. We're the hero of our journey. We have our peaks and valleys. We turn our mess into our message. And so I took some of my background as an actor, where I was waiting to get approval, and transitioned it into creating my own content. I was an influencer myself, and then leveraging that storytelling background to now do it for our clients.
Yeah, it's interesting how the storytelling aspect can really help you connect with an audience. People want to hear
Yeah.
stories, they want to hear authenticity, and it sounds like you really bring that to the table for your clients. How do you create those stories for your clients in a way that's palatable for their potential customers?
Yeah, it's a great question. Thanks, Greg. In terms of the story, where we always want to start, you probably heard of Simon Sinek, start with why. I like to start with your mission, because we are a cost-based agency. We work with change makers, and we want to elevate you to the pages, stages, and publications. But to do so, we really have to lean in on your story. And how did that come about? Who are you helping? And so we start with your mission. And what's your mission? What's your purpose? What's your why? And then we're going to move more into your message. And that's what I said. You turn your mess into your message. Imitating somebody else came up with that. That's not mine, but it's the same type of formula. And then once we have that, we want to work towards your media and your marketing. And too often people flip it on its head and they're like, hey, we have a business. Let's throw it out there. But really, we want to dig into, what are some of the challenges? Where did you come from? Where are you going? We have a current client in New York City. Her name is Lane Lee. She came from China. She grew up without running water, and she emigrated to the United States. She pursued a career in finance, but she found that her love for food and cooking was her real passion. And so we dug into the American dream and how she came from nowhere and where she's at right now to inspire audiences. And, she has the best dumpling in New York City. She's got pickled fish, which is amazing. But before we get to how amazing her food is, we wanted the user to follow the founder along the journey to showcase why she does it.
Yeah, and those kinds of stories can connect the audience with the true to life person, right? It's not the sterile brand. They genuinely connect with the individual behind the company itself, which definitely helps with desire-based marketing strategies and things along those lines. So at the Seidel agency, you specialize, and tell me if I'm missing anything here, in media, PR, influencer marketing, and awards management for a pretty wide range of clients. How do you balance
Yeah.
these services?
So that's great, Greg. Thanks. So we focus primarily on PR and media. Those do encompass all those services. We like to call it purpose relations, PR. And we work in food and beverage. We work in health and wellness, technology, and entertainment. And those are all fields that I come from. And so it is my vision. It's our company. We have, 15 plus employees. But the way that we balance that is we segment each of our categories for PR. Obviously, if there's publicity, we start with your placement, we start with your story, and then how are we going to elevate that story? And like I talked about earlier, your mission, your messaging, your media, your marketing. At the end of the day, we really want to build a movement. What are you doing to help make this world a better place? We require you to have a charity. We require people to be able to vote with their dollar instead of just clicking a link. Your time is valuable. And so the way that we segment all of them is we have, different clients in each individual field. And then we figure out ideally what are we sharing? I don't want to say selling. We're really telling. We're telling over selling. But what are we telling our audiences, and what are we allowing them to get behind? And so It's dependent upon your product or service, but that's how we do it.
Wow. Thank you, Stephen, for sharing your insights with us today. To connect with the Seidel Agency and learn more about Stephen Seidel's work, visit digitalchampionstv.com.